Okay.
Impossible to get too far because the wines have changed. Vintages in the 80s, even the 90s, it's very difficult to compare with the vintages, with the wines which are made today because they have changed. It's not the same, it's not the same strictness, the same rigor, the same density. So, but since the last 10 years, we can probably try to compare within that range of vintages. I think, well, somewhere the freshness, the density remind me of 10. It just hasn't got the same magical touch as the 10 has, obviously. But it's not 9, it's not 8, it's not 7, it's not 6, which is tougher, it's not 11. In style, the closest one is probably 10.
What about a 4 or a 1?
No. 4 is less concentrated.
Yeah.
This is an extremely concentrated vintage. And 04 had a much higher yield. It's very good, but it's not there.
And just from the point of view of the weather conditions, is there a comparable vintage that you could go back further? Forget the Rosati wine, because as you said,
I think the vintage I think I would be tempted to compare the weather like it was pretty much like 2000, with a very wet spring and a very dry summer, and almost precisely we had very wet conditions until July 15th, 14th by the way. And exactly like in 2000. And then from mid-July until September 1st, we had extremely dry summer. Summer was wonderful, which is why the wines are so concentrated and so ripe. The problem is that extreme drought went too far for plenty of terroir. Especially because the spring was too wet, and the succession of very wet spring and very dry summer made it very difficult for the vines in lesser conditions to ripen the grapes. And then harvest conditions were fair, bit of rain as usual, not too much. Just from mid-October, then it started to rain.
When did you start to see it? When did you pick?
25th of September, I think, more or less.
And finished?
Finished mid-October? Yeah.
Mid-October. 13. I must have written that somewhere.